and Father Shawn Carey and Kathryn Griffin join us to talk about a workshop to enrich parish access. Guys, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Kathryn, tell us what made the Family Life Office decide to partner with the Deaf Apostolate in making the workshops in ministries with persons with disabilities and the deaf available.
Well, part of my ministry is ministry with persons with disabilities, and so I field a lot of calls from parents and directors of religious education and catechists pertaining to people with disabilities in their parish, and how these children and various other individuals are coming to them, and they really don't have anything, any resources or any means with which to minister. There's also a great need for awareness in the Archdiocese of Boston and beyond about what disability is, and you know, there's a lot of stigma around it. So what Father Shawn and I wanted to do, Father Shawn is deaf and gets a lot of these same concerns from parents and others in the deaf community. So we, realizing the need in our communities, really wanted to do something. So we decided to join forces and use our resources, pull together everything that we have to bring this to the Archdiocese of Boston, to really give them the information, the awareness, and the resources to be able to serve the people and to help people of all walks of life, rather than just be recipients of the gospel message, to be agents of the gospel message in the best ways possible.
Father Shawn, first of all, thank you for celebrating the Mass so frequently here on Catholic TV. You're a familiar face to our viewers. We're grateful for that. I have a two-part question for you. Could you tell us why this workshop is so vital to those of us who work in parishes, and why providing interpreters at parish events and masses is also critical for any parish community?
Sure. It's critical for parishes to be able to have people with disabilities, because each one of them is God's creation. And the way He has made them as our brothers and sisters, as part of Christ's body, we are all part of Christ's body. And so they have gifts in which they can support and grow the parish community. And that's so important. And we can learn a lot from them. We truly can. And they can learn a lot from us as well. And that's why it's important to have that workshop, and why we're offering that to build up Jesus' body on earth. And it's also important to have interpreters for Mass and other parish events, because it helps deaf people to be able to hear and grow in their faith. Without interpreters, it's almost as if we're in a cloud of ununderstanding. Our faith is not able to grow because we don't have access to information, and we feel disconnected from the body of Christ. And so it's our duty and our calling from the Lord in order to help our brothers and sisters and their faith to grow, and that's why it's so critical.
Kathryn, you must have gotten some great responses to this too, because I'm sure that people with disabilities sometimes feel as if they're on the periphery because there's not these tools to help them to be included, as Father was just kind of talking about, and be part of that group and that community and part of the church. Have you been hearing from people how thrilled they are about this?
Yes, we have. A lot of catechists have already reached out and said how wonderful it is and how excited they are to partake in the day, because it's necessary, like we're saying. It's just, there's a great need. And some of them even became catechists and got involved in their parish because they needed to help their child. There was no one in the parish, so they joined up and decided to start this ministry in their parish because of their child. And so they're grateful for this workshop because it's going to help them with resources and information.
And who are some of the speakers?
So we have Dr. Paul Gondreau, and he is a theologian at Providence College, and Dr. Miguel Romero, who is a theologian at Salve Regina University in Rhode Island. And both of them will come and give a keynote presentation on the theology of disability in the church and their experiences growing up. Dr. Paul has a son with disabilities, and Dr. Miguel has a brother with disabilities. So they're going to present on that. And then in the afternoon, we have a panel of people who either care for people with disabilities or have disabilities themselves. My mom, Judy Boyle, is going to come with my brother, Artie. My brother has autism. Father Shawn's mother and father are going to come. We have a person who is deaf, blind, possibly coming. Lorna DeRosas will be on the panel as well, and they'll just talk about their experiences growing up in the church with disability and the challenges that they've faced and the triumphs that they've had, and so hopefully we'll have some Q&A after that with them.
Father Shawn, I know all the answers to this question because I was at a meeting with you yesterday, but for the sake of our viewers, could you tell us about the details about the workshop, how people can register, what the times are, whether you'll be celebrating Mass, all that stuff, please?
Absolutely. I will be celebrating Mass in ASL that day. Absolutely. We have voice interpreters for the Mass because I will celebrate it in ASL. The workshop will be handicapped accessible. Also, there will be sign language interpreters, and I will be signing at the workshop, of course. It will be happening at the Pastoral Center on November 23rd, which is a Saturday, from 9 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. You can register by going to, we both have websites, her office website and my office website. You can go in and register online, and that's how you can register.
Well, guys, thank you so much for being Father, Kathryn. Thank you so much for being with us. Always great, and best of luck with the workshop.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.